Yes, so actually, Colin has shared a lot of things that I would like to say, but now I want to take into this room where AI decisions are actually made it and what signal and what is noise. I would like to share one of the very specific example of how AI is applied in business context and with real world needs and challenges. I talk with many people today, business leader, and also the government people, and the conversation is often dominated by technology like new model, new tools, and new breaks through almost every week. And Savvycom has been applying AI for the last few years, and we've learned something quite different, that AI is not primary technology transformation, but it's about people transformation enabled by technology. And I must say that AI is real signal of change. However, many organizations at the same stage of the AI journey, based what we have seen in the market now, companies typically move from four stages. First one is exploration. This is the stage where people are experimenting with ChatGPT, Copilot, and other AI tools. And we can see productivity improve, but it normally fragmented. And the second one is functional AI, where organizations begin apply AI into specific business functions such as customer service, sales, marketing, or knowledge management. And the third stage is enterprise AI, where AI become integrated into core business operation and support by larger organizational. And finally, there is some AI native organization in the world where AI become part of the companies operate every day, with human and AI work together as a unified workforce. And the interesting question is not whether AI matters, but where is your organization today? And I mean, the question is where we are today and how we quickly move the next stage. That brings me to the second observation. I would like to share about AI journey of Savvycom. I think we started a few years ago, but for organization level, it started 2 years ago. So like many other organizations, we began by experimenting. We have different teams using different tools, and we got the productivity improved, but the value remained very scattered. So at first, many people thought technology would be the hardest part, and we spent a lot of time understand about the technology, but it was not the thing that makes the difference here. I can see it very clearly. So the real challenge was changing how people work. We got some difficulty, like how we redesign the process, how we integrated AI into daily workflow, and how we help people collaborate effectively with AI rather than just simply use AI as a tool. We have failed is sometimes we underestimate the effort required to change the behavior of the people and to change the process, and especially for the operating model. And once we started focusing on those areas, we began to see significant results. And across several functions, we observed productivity improve about 30 to 35 every year. And more importantly, our team has spent less time on repetitive tasks, which was very boring. And we have more time to solve the core problem, to serve client and create values. And I would like to share with you two success stories that we have helped our clients. The first one comes from the banking in ASEAN. So as we can see that many banks have already completed their digital transformation journey. Mobile banking, payment transfer, account service has become standard expectation. And the next differentiator is about personalization. For this bank, we help them integrate AI capability into a mobile banking platform. So the user can interact more naturally, receive instant support, and accept personalized financial recommendation based on their behavior. And the result is better customer experience, and we have reduced operational pressure on support team. And the second example on the right side is from completely different industry, that a very big construction company in the US. So traditionally, engineers spend days reviewing technical drawing, and they manually calculate quantities before a project begins. And we implemented on AI-powered computer vision solution that automatically analyze engineering drawing and generate quantity estimates. And now AI perform about 90 to 90% of the work, while engineer can focus on validation and quality assurance. So the client and us can see very clearly that what took days, took a lot of time before, now we can solve in several days. So these two examples may come from different industries, but they demonstrate the same principle. AI create value whether there is data, process, and opportunity to improve decision-making or productivities. And we can see that still today, many people see AI as a tool, and some business, they consider AI as an agent. But the biggest opportunity is not about tools or agent. It's about business transformation. And AI gives us, as an organization, a chance to rethink about how to get the work done, how the customer are served, and how decisions are made. And in some cases, many business can redesign the whole business model. And in the previous technology wave, competitive advantage often come from access to capital, technology, or talent. But with the AI, the advantage increasingly belong to the organization that can learn, can adapt faster than the others. So I would like to conclude here that AI is real. The opportunity is here, but really agree with Colin as well. Technology alone does not create the value. And the organization that win are not those who adopt the most AI, but the one who redesign how they work, how they serve client, and how they make decisions. And AI does not transform business, but the combination of people, of human and AI. And in the new world, I believe that the combination of human and AI, like working together, collaborates with each other very well. That's the one that we need to look forward. Thank you.